Reaching out to some of the API leaders in this country that happen to reside here in Southern California, in the most diverse state in America. And I'm here to make a point to each and every one of the community leaders that I care and they matter, that we want to truly empower the API community. We want to elevate the API community's voice in Sacramento at all levels. I don't want to do that symbolically, I want to do that substantively. I want to make sure that the true diversity of the state is represented in positions of real power, positions of real influence in the state of California. Today, I'm going to stand up and have the backs of the diverse communities in this state, and I won't be timid about that. If Donald Trump wants to attack those values, we are going to meet him aggressively. And I think what makes this state such a special state is that we don't tolerate our diversity, we celebrate our diversity. Donald Trump does not believe fundamentally in that prism. He sees the world from a very different perspective. I think this state is special because we've been able to work together and advance together across our differences, and that's just a fundamental point of contrast, and that is a point of contrast that I will proudly assert loudly as the next governor of California. Because there are literally tens of billions of dollars over the next few years that are going to finally be spent to address traffic congestion, public safety, roads, tunnels, bridges. Thousands and thousands of projects finally will get done. We're here in Southern California. We have the worst road conditions in America. We can finally address those issues. We finally are. The last thing we should do is take $5 billion out of road improvements and job creation. So I'm working hard to make sure that Proposition 6 is defeated. 27 states since 2013 have increased their taxes. You can't get something for nothing. I know we all wish we could get something for nothing. We can't. There were 7 states last year, majority red states, that also did the same thing. We've had governors, Republican governors in the past that have done exactly what the legislature and our current governor have done. Look, we all complained about our road congestion. We've all complained about the status of our infrastructure. Finally, we're doing something about it. Boy, I hope we don't make the mistake of undoing all the progress that finally is being done.
Just one more question.
Much more active. I made a point earlier today that this is a state whose population is larger than 163 nations. There's only a handful of countries in the world with larger populations. It's an interesting fact, we only have 1 trade office in California. We used to have dozens up until 2004, and then we cut all the funding to our Trade and Commerce Agency. We had trade offices around the world, primarily in Asia, but also in other parts of the globe that were all shut down. We're going to reconstitute those. We're currently operating in Beijing, a small office in Shanghai, but we need to do more to reach out to Korea, reach out to Japan, India, obviously in Latin America. California truly is an international state, 5th largest economy in the world. We should act like it. I'm completely dissatisfied by the state of homelessness in this state. It's out of control, it's unacceptable, and we need an active governor in this space. It's not an indictment, but governors tend not to focus on the issue of homelessness. It tends to be a localized concern. That will not be the case if I'm governor. I'm going to make this a statewide concern. I'm going to elevate the consciousness not only of this state around these homeless, but our nation. We have 1/4 of the nation's homeless in California. I just did a survey up in Northern California. Over half the folks on the streets of San Francisco are not from California, not even from the state. In so many ways, this is a national problem manifesting in California. It's a state problem manifesting in the cities. The state needs to intervene, work with local mayors, regionalize solutions, and get the federal government to be more engaged in addressing this crisis.
Great. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.